Blimey, shoe lot. How you doing? Welcome to the Trump and Dragon. Let me just have a look and see if I'm up there, because I've got to be on there. There you go. Hopefully you can all hear me. There you go, on screen now. As seen on screen, I'm going to show you these T-shirts in a minute. You're going to love these T-shirts. Let's have a look. Mr. How you doing? Give us a 5B5 if you're just logging in. I do apologise for being 4 minutes late. I know there are some people sitting there buying their nails, wondering if I'm ever going to turn up again. But, you know me, never surrender. And we're back in the Trump and Dragon. And here he is, my old mucker right behind me there. There he is, you can see him. President Trump himself. And notice that he's wearing a red and white. He's definitely got a thing about England, that boy. There you go, thank you very much. Have a bevy. I'll be thinking about having a bevy. At the moment, I've got a coffee. And the reason I've got a coffee is because, obviously, don't forget we have got merchandise. You've only got to go on the actual thing. And I'm going to show you this T-shirt, right? BFD Bandit, what did you think of that T-shirt I just sent you? Tell me what you think of that T-shirt. Far before, good evening, everyone from Eltham, South East London. The Englishman, how you doing, son? That's what I like to hear from Eltham in South East London. Ray Edmonds, good evening. Ray, how you doing? I hope your dad's all right. I know you sent me that message. I spoke to my dad today. He's all right. Boy from Black Stuff, good evening, all patriots. I'd like to see that you're all out there. Listen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this up and dump it on this side for a sec. And keep it running up there, and hopefully I'll still be able to see it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this T-shirt, right? And then we'll go back and show you the back. But I've actually got another T-shirt as well that I've done for myself. It's slightly different, not a lot. Are you ready? Do you want me to show you this T-shirt? Let's have a look and see what he's saying. Evening, DD. My mega cap came today. Quality. Let me tell you something. Them caps are quality. And they did cost the channel a lot of money. They're not cheap. They are embroidered, properly embroidered. They will last you 10 or 20 years. They're not Mickey Mouse ones. I don't know what the quality of these T-shirts are like. But I am going to show you this T-shirt. It might be a bit blurry on your screen. Let's have a look and see if I can get the actual... How can I get off of there without making it go like that? Not sure. Anyway, I'm going to show you now. Let's say screen 2, right? Let's get that out of the way. Let's put that back up there. Let me just show you this T-shirt, right? I want everyone to scream, hoorah! A proper American, hoorah! Right, when you see this. Here we go, right? And we're going to get President Trump wearing one of these. What do you think of that T-shirt? Just tell me what you think of that T-shirt. I love my country, by the way. It was Elizabeth Samways in the chat that sent me the link to something else that was on President Trump's social media platform. And as she sent it to me on the social media platform, I looked at the T-shirt and she said to me, I think it'd look great if we replaced that flag with and the wording and just state it as it is. So I'm having a look. What do you think of that? Super Jules. Arriving. Let's have a look. Hoorah! I don't think you spell it whore, though, Ray. Right, Dave Holden. Great. Cock on, the dog's bollocks. Here, that's it. Cock on. That is funny, mate. I'll tell you. Stuart, where are you? Let me see if I can find you. Stuart. Where's Stu Ward? Right. I know you hate it when I do things like this, but I'll do that anyway. There he goes. He's one of our longest serving patriots, I will call him. English. Let's have a look and see what he's going to. Cool T-shirt. BFB, it's cock on. Yeah, listen, you're just giving me that cock on stuff, ain't you? Because I didn't know it existed as a term, right? I've never ever heard of that one, but it is funny. I've started saying cock on to people now. Yeah, I walked into the local hairdressers and I said, "All right, babe, cock on." She went, "Get out of here, you cunt." Oh, no, it's Friday. I'm allowed to swear. Right. I didn't make to use the C word. Dad, if you're watching, I'm sorry. Right. There you go. So here we go. I'm now going to show you the next. This is the back of the t-shirt. So you're back and fronted here. Listen, ladies, don't start all that. Right. You're back and fronted. Stop voting British. Vote English. SOS for England. Right. Save our souls. Vote English, putting England first, supporting the rule of law, defending the English constitution. There it is. And there is the back part of that. Right, so what I'm going to do now is go back. Let me take that t-shirt one off. See if I can get myself back on the screen a second. I'll put the pumps back in a minute. I'm trying to look at something else. Hang on. Let me just find you another t-shirt. Let's see if it was there. Where is the t-shirt? Let's have a look. Where's the t-shirt? Vote English, t-shirt design rear. Right, let's see if this comes up anywhere. Oh, right, that's the SAS one. Oh, there was another one I sent out. Where did I send that one out? SOS England. I love my country. I'm sure I done a different one. And I did do a different one for me. So anyway, there it is. You're now seeing it on the screen. I think that's fantastic. Obviously. And the design, don't forget, was done by the lovely cock-on Northern Yorkshire lass. Right? So there you go. So we've got a Bately and Spend stuff kicking in there. Let's see what that one says. I'm not sure I'm allowed to show you this stuff, but we'll go from there. No, that's all right. So let me put the pumps back. Because otherwise you're going to think I'm a complete lunatic. You're going to think to yourself, what is that geezer standing in front of? And I'm going to say, I'm in me pub, and I. Right? So here we go. Hopefully you can all hear me. I ain't put anything else on yet. Ray Edmonds, evening Ray. Greetings, Stu. Let's have a look and see who else is there. In Cornwall, some woman would greet you with, "All right, my cock." Yeah. I remember saying hello, cocker. And things like that. I mean, but to say cock on was I just thought that was really strange. It's sort of type of thing that two geezers walking in a nightclub pulling a bird and one of them says to the others, "One cock on, son." That's the type of thing it looks like, isn't it? Right? And you might think that's a bit strange. And let me tell you something. Have I been to a nightclub in the last 30 years? No. In fact, it might even be the last 35 years. There you go. Gooner Mum. Hello, Dave. Have I missed much? Raymond Woods. No, you haven't missed anything at the moment, son. We haven't gone into something. We're doing a bit of a chat, chinwag and all that. And I notice in the chat, anyone who's saying cock in the chat, it's that Google is actually stopping it, or YouTube's actually stopping the message. Maybe they're sympathetic. Right, there you go. Will I have a beer tonight? I don't know. I might do. Right, so... and there she is, that lovely lady. And let me just... hopefully she's there. June, good evening. Let's have a look. Dave G. DD, will give you a ring tomorrow. Who's Dave G? You mean... Oh, Mr... yes. Why are you ringing me tomorrow? Greetings. White English, Tat 61 haircut. What do you think of the haircut? I'll tell you what, and I'm going back quick. This was bald. yesterday at the sides, right? And now it's grown back already. This just shows how quick it grows. Quentin, how you doing, Quentin? You know something what I really do love about this channel is seeing all the patriots come here, right? And you're all what I describe as true patriots. You believe in England, you believe in justice, you believe in the law. You're not ponces. You don't want to be poncing everyone. The majority of the people out there are grafted most of their lives, and the only reason not working now is either because they're retired or they have been disabled in some way, right? And that's the only reason. Even them people get pangs of guilt because they're not working. And then you've got the other lot that do what they like. Alex E. Dye, Scotch Blues, you do, you know, you do with the Patriots. Thank you very much. Let me just say this to you. I've got something else here as well, right? And I am going to tell you a story. It's a funny story, right? Well, it ain't a funny story because the geezer's probably watching. And in a minute, I'm going to rip him a new one. I know you like my rants. Right, so I won't do that just yet, though, because I wanted to show you something else. So let me see if I can bring this up on the screen. There's a few things that we should go through. And I've just sent someone something I sent earlier. Let me see if I can say it. There's a couple of things I'm not happy with, and I will show you in a couple of minutes. Let me just see if I actually sent that through to anyone. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Amber, the Scottish lady, which I've got down as gorgeous. Let me make sure that I ain't doxing anyone. Let's pull her out of the way. What I don't want to do is dox anyone. Don't think I'm doxing anyone at the moment. Right, so I'm going to show you this on the screen, right? So, again, we're going to go to this screen. I'm going to pull that out of the way. Oh, dear. That's not working very well, is it? How am I going to pull that out of the way? Maybe if I pull it over the way there, and that. Don't know why that's not working properly, but I will work out how to do it for you, right? So I'm going to show you this on the screen, and I'll probably have to keep myself off the screen for this, or I'll move myself over there, right? So maybe I'll do it like that. Hey, hello! Right. This is a sort of a rant I had earlier on, and I don't know if people are going to understand where I'm coming from, because this few paragraphs stemmed from a conversation that I was having with someone, right? And I'm not going to mention it tonight, but I am going to be working with someone and someone else, and again, Adam needs to contact me, the other person who's legally studying things, because I'm going to have a chat with him about a few things. Right, so this is what I'm going to say to you. Is the party system constitutional? Right, so we're having a conversation about that. And what I mean is England didn't have that. I mean, party system. The Tories versus the Whigs, British developed it, and it was then used as a tool to destroy our constitution by the Tories, who were socialists, which is why Whigs fucked off to the USA. That's why I refer it to as a rant, because I actually, if you want me to deal with the one responsible for your bonnet, consider it done, mate. Ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha. Very funny. Right, let me just have a look at this, right? So the Whigs, who were basically the people that were people of means, tradesmen, all the people that you would want to remain in your country, basically fucked off to America. Said, bollocks to this, we're not having people ruling over us in an absolutist way, right? Which is what the Tories wanted, and this is why you've got a British Parliament doing what it's doing to you at the moment, right? And going against everything that England ever stood for. And that don't matter whether it's the Tories, the Labour Party, or the Lib Dems. They're all the same. They are British through and through, and they believe that they can rule over you and govern you absolutist, and the courts can't interfere, right? Even though the court system should be interfering, but because of the political system and the way it's been geared at the moment, that's why you're seeing what you're seeing, right? So anyway, that's a bit of ad-libbing. They took the Constitution with them and built America on the basis of Englishness, not Britishness, right? Britishness is absolutism, right? What I mean by that is the king believed that he could do what he want, and it was the English, and the English Constitution said, bollocks, you can't, right? We'll defend ourselves against you. And that's where the revolutions come from. That's where the Magna Carta come from. That's where the Glorious Revolution come from. And that's where the next fucking revolution is going to come from, because you're fucking about with our kids yet again, right? They took the Constitution with them and built America, right? So only people look. So again, hence the attacks on America, right? The only people who hate America are the British and socialists and any form of socialism, meaning Nazis, meaning communism, meaning Marxists, any element that relies on the doctrine of communism, including Islam, which at some stage someone in America needs to wake up to. It may be constitutional party. It may be constitutional, meaning the party system, but it is the main tool for corruption of the English Constitution and American Constitution. Businessmen in and English Parliament, and then you got the USA Congress and Senate, were dependents and local and not paid until 1911. That's in Britain. So they didn't start paying MPs until 1911. Now, at the time, and you've only got to look at President Trump, right? Look at what a successful businessman put in charge of the country could do, right? And just imagine that if you had a group of people like that, meaning a parliament full of people that were at the end of their business careers, multimillionaires, highly successful, and knew what was best for the country and pushed it that way. And then imagine that each one of them MPs was in charge of Yorkshire, in charge of, Kent, Essex, and all the other areas, yeah? And they're like the vice presidents, if you like, in a corporation, yeah? So they're assistant directors to the main director, and the main director is obviously the government and the Crown. So, let me just understand. I want everyone to understand. You just look at the Trump situation. Then the rot proper set in as the debates of the day, meaning 1911, warned of, i.e., by paying MPs, you create a political class. Prior to that, there was no political class, right? Now, look at we've got. What they warned us about in 1911 is now having and taking effect, right? And you're seeing the destruction of your rights as English people, the rights you was born with, your birthright. And I'm going to get onto that in a couple of minutes because I'm going to show you something else. The political class, they said in the 1911 and they warned us about it, right? But how do you make a capitalist country successful? And the answer to that is put successful capitalists in a governing position in Parliament. It's all about skill sets. What have I always said to everyone about skill sets? It's about skill sets. I'm no good at doing design stuff. So someone else who enjoys that and does it well will do it with a passion. Paija is one of them people. The lovely Stacey, our Northern Rose, we shall call her, is another person where now she's got time on her hands. Yeah, she's doing what she's doing and helping us in different things. So why was Hong Kong so successful? Businessmen run the economy via the English tax system. People don't realise that there is an economy commission, not like what we got here, right? An economy commission, and they are all successful, self-made billionaires, millionaires, businessmen and women, that set what they do and what they don't do. But, by the way, in the Hong Kong tax system, and it, by the way, it isn't what people think it is in terms of just a flat rate tax system. It's an optional flat rate tax system. So let's say it's at 15%, but you can have an optional proportional and progressive up to 17.5%. So you can decide what you want to do, whether you just want a flat rate. And by the way, people, it's voluntary. So just to let you know, there's no PAYE, right? And under the English tax system, and that's why it was such a good system, it was they could never take the money off you. You decided if you think that was good enough, you give it to them, right? And that's why counties like Yorkshire, Essex, Kent, Surrey, all of these main counties all over the country, they would compete with each other. And they'd compete with each other on a tax regime basis as well. And again, because it was voluntary, if the people were no good, you didn't give them any money, and people got fed up with it. And then the next layer of people had come in who was a lot better, and everyone say, all right, we'll give you the dough. Well, in Hong Kong, it is illegal to run a deficit. You can only run at a profit, right? That is Paula ringing me. So that is the situation there. So there you've got, how do you make a capitalist county successful? Capitalist country successful. You put successful capitalists in governing position in Parliament. It's about skill sets. Why was Hong Kong so successful? Businessmen run the economy via the tax system. Adding to Act 1803 to 1909. Extracts or ordinance of. What do Christians believe? Well, they believe that the devil finds work for idle hands. I think that's the truest saying ever. And I can give you explicit reasons for that, right? One of the reasons why the first thing that I want to see someone do when they leave prison, and prior to leaving prison, they assist you with trying to get a job and being in a job before you leave prison. Because they know if you're working, you've started to save up a bit of money, you're in the routine of getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning, going to bed at 10 o'clock in the morning, not going out with your mates, not sticking needles in each other and doing whatever else that they do, these people, right? And you are on a steady road to rehabilitation if you've got a job, because then you've got your income coming in, you've got everything coming in, and you feel like you've got self-worth, right? And that is exactly, the devil finds work for idle hands, which is one of the reasons why they teach you a trade in prison, or they used to. They've stopped doing it now. So what do atheists, who are socialists are atheists, right? They don't believe in God. Believe. They believe you should get something for nothing, right? And that's a fundamental issue. And who do they use against us? They use idle hands against us. An army of state benefit receivers, so people who are receiving state benefits. Go and have a look at the people. Some of these people with pink, blue, green hair, needles sticking out of all sorts of orifices, tattoos all over their faces, and they wonder why they can't get a job, right? Well, they don't wonder because they just don't bother trying, right? Because no one will employ them with all that stuff, and I can tell you a story about that. An army of state benefit receivers who haven't got jobs. See the problem, laugh out loud. You're fighting an ever-increasing army of socialists, a downward spiral, right? And that's it. That's my rant over. Tell me what you think of that. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And do you understand that this is what they're doing to us, right? And what you're seeing at the moment, we cannot, in reality, fight against it unless we understand what the issue is. We understand what it is that they're doing in the background. Let me just make sure I've got the right screen up. And I'll put myself back over there. Oh, look, it's me again. Here's me old mucker there. Look. Yay! The Trump and Dragon! We're here. So that is basically my philosophy of what's going on, right? And there was a couple of things I was going to tell you about there, but what I am going to do now, before we get stuck in, is show everyone, because there's a few people here. I'm just going to show people again this T-shirt that I've designed, right? Well, I haven't really designed it, but it was a pre-design. But there you go. Look, I love my country, and you will be seeing me wearing these, right? There it is, England. Now, if people want these, this is a separate company that's making these up. I don't know how. I'm going to have to speak to Brett about sorting out to see if we can get this done. But I've had these done. They're quite expensive. And when I say they're expensive, but so above there, I love my country. That's what I've put in there. But I hate any British government. I've put the English flag on there. So the designs that we're doing in the background, Stacey is now helping us with some designs. Obviously, the back of the T-shirt shows that as well. About the vote English, etc. And it's about getting the message out there. So the more people say, you look at that and you say, I love my country. What is wrong with saying I love my country? And the answer is nothing, and it's absolutely your human right to do so, right? And if anyone starts having a pop against you about doing that, they're actually committing a human rights abuse against you. That is fact, not fiction, right? Now, we've got to start using the law as English men and women, right, against these people. But I'm showing you that T-shirt. If anyone is interested, the actual site where you're getting made up is in the description of this video, right? Now, back and front, I think, were 15 quid a T-shirt. Where you get the flags and everything from is on my website, right? Because they're all on there, and there's another load that I've just loaded on there. So there's all different ones on there. Let me just see if I can actually show you some of the designs. Yeah, I can. Right, so I'm going to show you some of the stuff that you could, if you wanted to, put on there. Let me have a look and see where I can find it. May not be on that one. Right, let me come back off of there a sec. Let's get... Oh, good blimey. There I am. Right, I'll come back and I'm going to show you some of these other ones. Because I think I've shown you these before. Come on. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if I hammer this when I'm live. What have I got the CPU at? Oh, the CPU's fine. So it must be the memory. Let me see if I can find this for you. Not USB, storage D. Let's go into there. Let's go to Runnymede. Militia flags. County flags. So again, you've got all these different types of flags. That one there, I need to delete because I ain't having none of that. Right, hang on a minute. Let me delete that one. If I can delete it. Yep, get rid of it. Whatever possessed one, someone's to send me a British flag, I don't know. Right, so here's some of the flags. Now, I've got some other bits and pieces on there, but I'll give you an example. Here's one of them that I'm going to bring up on the screen. I know some of you are going to love this. I think even Stacey will love this one. Ready? Here we go. I'm going to show it to you, and then I'm going to go back to the actual screen. There's the screen too. Cancel that out and put that on there. Now, that's one of the flags that could go on the back rather than the front. Where we go one, we go all. Right? And then obviously you've got the element on there. I'm sure you all like that. So, good evening, everyone. Evening, Rev. Who's Rev? Is he on there? Oh, hello. It's the Reverend. How you doing, son? I'm going to add you as a moderator. I like you. And you're the one who gave me the idea about this pub. Let me just have a look. So, I'm going to show you some other bits and pieces here. So, we got the T-shirts. Let me see if I can find another one. So there's all the different designs. There's lots of them, right? England, I want my country back there with the other bit. Looks very American, that one. There's another one coming up on your screen now. don't forget, all these designs have already been done, and you can use these on the T-shirts, right? It's up to you what you want to do. Let's have a look at, and I hope I'll get this right, Yorkshire. Yeah, so there's a Yorkshire one. Don't forget, all these designs have already been done for you. And this is about the counties of England, right? So we've got to get back to the counties of England. Anyone know where that is? Give us a shout if you know which that one is. And someone out there knows what that is. I know what it is. Of course I know what it is. Let's have a look. Simon, maybe the neck trim and cuff could have stars and stripes. Let's have a look. Don't like the skull. Looks like a mask. It is a mask. Let's have a look and see what else is on there. Go on. Let's have a look and see anyone else has come up on there. David Holden, Simon Shears. Let's see if anyone else has come up on there. Send me a top. I will wear it in my cab. I'll send you one. Right, so let me show you another one there. You've got another one there. And you've got all these different ones. Here's another one there. This one is, again, is really obvious. If you don't know what that is, you should know what that is. That's the Essex one. Let's see if I can find some other ones on here. See if I can find. It was on there somewhere. Lancashire one. Anyone see the Lancashire one? There's a Lancs one on there somewhere. I have got a Lancashire one. Where is it? We've got them all basically. Is that the one? Is that the Lancashire one? Tell me if that's the Lancashire one. So basically what you're doing is you're standing up for England, right? But instead of regionalisation, which is basically they're seeking to destroy England as a nation, you're saying, England, I want my country back. And what you want is distributed government, yeah, but in your counties and then at the district level and the parish level the way it was. Because then the counties compete with each other. So if one county decides, let's just say Essex decides, well, we're not going to have any restrictions on guns. It is within our constitution for the people of this county to defend themselves and their property. Their English passport, as the late John Earth said, is your firearms licence, right? Obviously, there'll be some restrictions on age, etc., because we're not complete idiots, right? And what we'll do is you create that. So let's just say Essex does that, and then you've got, say, Lancashire. Someone send me out a thing, please, and tell me or not if that is the Lancashire. Beautiful, that Lancashire flag. There you go. So I've got it right. Sometimes they look a little bit different on the screen. And what I don't want to do is upset Stephen Morris or, most importantly, EP70, which when I go live at his house, I have that one behind me just to let everyone know where I am. So what I'm saying is all of these flags are there, right? So you can go and design them, but then just give us a donation for the artwork, right? Because all this artwork has been put on the website. You can go and find it. What I'm going to try and do now, believe it or not, is who's just sent me a message? Let's get rid of that one. Yorkshire, West Riding. The flag of the West Riding Yorkshire was registered on May 22, 2007. It was created by Michael Fuller, foremost British flag. That's my flag for me. Let you show me. No, that's it. You show me what flag that you want, and you decide. You tell me, because I'll be honest with you, some of these people have bastardised some of the areas of England, and it should never have happened, right? So I understand that, right? But they're all there, and all you've got to do is decide what images you want, and just send me a donation, because people do it. I didn't do all them. Someone done it for me, and they spent a lot of time and effort in getting the high definition images to me so we could put them on the website, right? So what I'm going to do is attempt to show you where they are on the website. Let's try and do that one. Is that on there? Right, so I'm going to show you another thing. Hang on, let's have a look and see if they're on there. There it is. Right, so I can see it now. So what I'm going to do is switch to the other one. Oh, dear. No, that's the wrong one. But what I'll do is I'll put that up and put it back over here. Right, so everyone can see it. And then I'm going to go back and take it over the other side. So what you're now seeing on the screen is my website, right? So there it is, Daddy Dragon, full English show. Yeah, and there's all the different bits and pieces. Every bit of information you ever wanted is on that website about the Constitution. There's some great reads on there that have been put up there. There's the English Independent Leaflet, Steve Jobs' Gym, which we'll show you in a couple of minutes. And there, it's county flags, arm yourself with the English Common Law Constitution, right? So I'm going to click on that, and then as you go down, what you'll see is county flags, country flags, arm yourself with the English Common Law Constitution. There's one there. That one's really busy, but it does tell everyone exactly what you stand for. Constitutional flag, dragon. So there's the dragon flag there. There's one there, constitutional, 3 lions. It's got other bits in there, and then it goes all the way through it. With the different bits and pieces, and you can see all the different things. They're all on the website. So if you go on there and you pick out which one that you want, you then right click on that, download it, right? There's actually more of these. So it will say copy, embed, or do what you want to do, right? So you would download that image, high definition image to your computer. When you go on the site that's in the description, you upload it onto that. And then if you do just the front of a t-shirt and you put your wording in there, whatever it is, it will say XYZ, and it's about 13 quid. If you want both sides done, it's 15 quid, right? So it's quite expensive, but it's not expensive if you think about it. It's the artwork that's special about this, right? So if you want to donate a £5 to the channel and do it like that, that's the easiest way of doing it, right? So what I'm going to do again, oh no, before I do that, everyone kept asking me some questions the other day about Steve Todd's Gym. So I've now put it in. If you go and have a look at the main menu, you'll see Steve Todd's Gym Preston, right? And then you go down and you'll see Steve Todd Reps Gym Preston. And I'm hoping I've got the right one there, which is Lancashire. Reps Gym, right? So if you click on that, it will take you to his website. And that's his actual gym. And there is the gym. I don't know if that's Steve in his ultimate... and I'll tell you what, it looks like a nice gym load, doesn't it? Whether you're making your first move towards a healthier lifestyle, exercise frequently or particularly in the gym, there it is there. So all I'm doing at the moment is just showing you he's got 100 strength machines, 50 plus cardio machines, personal trainers. You never know, you might even get me training you in there. You'd like that, wouldn't you? I'll be sitting in the corner at the bar. Right, I don't think he's got a bar, but there you go. So what I'm going to do is go back to that thing. So hopefully everyone's seeing this on the screen. And this is the bit that I want to show you. Touch wood, you can see this. And I bet you can't see it. So I bet I'll have to bring it down a little bit. Let's see if you can see that now. Yeah, you can. Right, so there's Reps Gym. There's the page. No, right, so everyone was asking me the health drink via the blender. So the blender was a NutriBullet RX. That's what Steve recommended. And regarding the drink you need to take in the morning, you need a decent blender, which is the one above. The best one is a NutriBullet RX from eBay. Not cheap, but it is indestructible. I would agree with that. And it's easy to clean. I would also agree with that. I've got a juicer here already. I've had it many years, and it is an absolute pain to clean it. To make the drink you need, right? So there you go. what I'm going to do is just go through this. You need a third of a cucumber, a stick of celery, handful of spinach, tiny bit of broccoli, small carrot, half one, heart of lemon with a skin on, full apple, handful of blueberries. You need to put these in the blender with half to 3/4 of a pint of water and blend up, and you can adjust the water to find out how thick you like it, right? May take a little while to get used to it, but once you do, you feel great. Let me tell you something, I feel the absolute dog's bollocks. I feel I've lost, and my eating habits haven't changed. I'm still drinking coffee and other bits and pieces, still smoking, which I am giving up. I haven't been doing the exercise, but I am going to be doing the exercise. So all I'm saying, for the last week and a half, I've been on this regime, and I have lost 7 pounds, right? There is a reason for that, because your metabolism starts to work properly when you're giving your body what it needs, right? And I've started to lose weight. I feel fantastic. And as Brett said to me, if someone give you some Randy tablets or something, because everyone who spoke to me about, I said, is she married? Is she married? And he was going, have you in season or something? Right? So there it is, the Reps Gym is there. And then below that is the cancer stuff, right? So always good to know. This is what Steve has sent out to me cousin. There's a book on cancer. It's not a disease. Andreas Moritz. Buy from Amazon. It is easy to understand. Apricot kernels, B17, buy from eBay. Make sure they're the bitter ones. You need 20 daily if you've got cancer. I think you can have 10 a day if you haven't got cancer. And it stops you from getting cancer because it's introducing something to your body that actually fights cancer. I can tell you all of this is on there, so you just go through and have a look. The point I want to make is there's a website on there. Steve has said that's the best website he has found to do with anything to do with cancer on anywhere to do with the internet, right? So you haven't got to do research hunting down. There's lots of links from that website to other places. I've gone through that. I think it's absolutely fascinating. And if anyone out there has got a problem with cancer, go and have a look at that. I am not suggesting in any way that we can treat and cure every man and his dog of cancer. But what you can do is have a good go at it. I do believe that God, there are ailments that we have got as human beings, and I believe that God give us everything on this planet naturally to deal with everything that we need, right? And we've just got to find it and know what it is. And I believe that in the last at least 60 years, especially since local refrigeration, what I mean by that is a fridge in your house, certainly superstores and you know, massive supermarkets, etc., and frozen foods. I know it made it easier for mums in back then, and I'm not suggesting it didn't. But the best way of cooking will always be fresh fruit and go shopping every day. And that's why you used to have local shops in your community. You supported the local shops. They sold you the produce that was fresh. And now, of course, you look round in the supermarkets, you look round in your local streets, you look round everywhere, and all them shops are shut, right? And I believe that is part of the British brand to destroy the nation of shopkeepers, which is what we was described as. And what do we mean by that? Well, I can tell you exactly what I mean by that. Basically, a nation shopkeepers means you're a nation of self-employed and you are not relying on the state, right? And that is one of the reasons why we had a resilient economy through 2 major world wars. Right, so people need to understand that. So there it is. The information is out there for everyone to look at. I think I've just given it to everyone. I'm not sure what I just sent over to Pam, but very similar to that. Someone actually sent me. I'm going to show you this because really. So when I sent this out before, and I use it as a background, this is when I went down and got high definition of Brixham in Devon, obviously where King Willie landed, right? But someone went there on holiday last week and sent me a photo and said, I've just been to Brixham in Devon, and he said, I stood by that statue and I took a photo of it because that statue and this area reminds me of you. And that is such a lovely thing to say, right? That I'm reminded of the glorious revolution and reminded of that. So the fella took a photo of it and sent it to me, and I said, thanks very much for that. Right, so it's a lovely thing and a lovely gesture, which obviously I'm very pleased with. So I'm now going to show you something else. While that's on the screen, I'm going to show you something. Some of you, I mean, I don't know if you're all aware of what's going on at the moment, but I am going to send you something that our old mucker sent me today. This one, right? I'm hoping I'm going to have to stop it, right? And somehow I'm going to have to make that into a full screen. I'm not sure what the sound's going to be like. So I've got a bit of an issue with that. Let me just see if I can go back to my main where am I? Where's my pie? Hang on a minute. Oh, I ain't there. Oh, yes I am. I've just found myself. Thank you for tuning in, people. Don't forget, by the way, share it. The more you share, the more you care. The more patriots understand exactly what we're about. And we're not anti-black. We're not anti-Muslim. We're not anti any things. What we're saying is we've had enough. We want our country back. We want England back. And we're going to take it back. And that's the way it should be. Right? I just want you to have a look at this and see what's going on there. So, right. Now, what I'm going to do is show you this recording. I'm going to be looking. I don't know whether you're going to be able to hear it all right because it's on this system. And this system's pretty shit. But I'm going to play it to you. Right? Oh, might help if I actually showed the effing screen, wouldn't it? Right, there it is. Hopefully you can see this little kid. Right? Or you will be out in about 2 minutes. Right? Just listen. This is basically an 8-year-old. What it says is it's an 8-year-old schoolgirl gives chilling speech against masks and the rumour rucks. This is the district school board, Collier County. Hang on a minute. Let me ask you a question. Hello, darling. Hello. Oh, have you? I'll tell you what, I'm live at the moment, so I've answered just in case there is anything urgent, but I'll ring you back. Yeah, can you edit that bit out? I'll speak to you soon. Bye! Right, don't worry.
Hello, my name is Sayla Cook, and I do not like these masks. And these masks are horrible. And one of my friends said that his friend fainted because of a mask. Wow, congrats. And you don't even know how these other kids feel. They're breathing in the same dirty air, and my cousin said they're afraid to take off the masks. Great job. You're creating public schools with fearful children. Wow. I'm so proud of you guys. Wow, amazing. And I don't think barely anybody likes masks in schools. Their children are suffocating. You don't know what it feels like, and it's nonsense. Seriously. Why would you do that? Why in the world would you do that? And God created us so we can be free people. And we're not being free here or at public schools, okay? So I would take your masks off if I were you. And I'm not wearing a mask right now, and I never will as much as I can. And George Washington made America so we could be free citizens of the United States of America. And the Statue of Liberty is for liberty and freedom, and we're not free. So maybe you just don't believe in George Washington or God, or the boss of you or someone is controlling you. Stand up and take these masks off these children. Don't be afraid. And we voted you to be the school board members we wanted you to to be. Okay, so please make the schools better, not worse. Goodbye.
This is it, guys. This is the revolution. This is it. The children.
Right, but I'm going to carry on playing this, but let me just say to you, she is just absolutely gorgeous, and the fact that an 8-year-old child stood up in front of all them people, starts talking about George Washington, that's what she should be doing, teaching children where their rights come from, where the history come from that made them what they are today and the country great in what it is today. And I'm going to carry on and show you this element to it. Hopefully everyone's still watching it.
Children are standing up. Isn't it amazing that these children, 10 years old, 8-year-old, have more guts, have more moral clarity on this issue than many adult politicians? It's remarkable. This 8-year-old girl's from Florida. It is amazing to listen to the crystal clear message. Let us live free lives. It is our birthright. Indeed, this is the most important and quintessential question of our era. Will our children have a birthright of freedom in this country? The same freedom that we enjoyed, the same freedom that has been enjoyed for generations. Millions of Americans have fought for these freedoms, and will we let it crumble? That is the question for us. It starts with our kids. There's no more important right than the ability to raise your children with your values and your morals, and with these little kids speaking up, and with their parents obviously teaching them the way. Boy, am I encouraged. I love seeing videos like this. If there's some that I miss, let me know. Boy, do I love seeing this. If you have a child who is being right now oppressed by these tyrannical, fascistic mask laws, you need to let them speak as well. It is their right as an American. Carry on your traditions, patriots.
So there you go, right? So what I'm going to do now is pull that back over there. Hopefully I ain't doxing anyone. Let's see if I can pull this back. Then I'll go from that. Then I can go from that. Then I can go to that. Right, so there you go, people. I'm going to bring up my other screen so I can see you rather than me breaking my neck over here. Right, touch wood. You can all hear me and see me. There you go. Right. I should now be back on the normal screen in front of myself. Right. So again, if you want any of them other T-shirts, there they are. Right. And if you want the artwork, you need to go to my website and download it. And I'll help you as much as you can. You're muted on Foxhole. Am I? I shouldn't be muted on Foxhole is the answer. If you can hear me on here, it's the same transmission. 5B5 now, DD. All right, okay. For some reason, it would have been a bit strange. Did you see the ex-head of Brainwash D Broadcasting Corruption, then head of Ofcom, resigned today? Lucy S. No, I didn't see that. If anyone's got a link to that, it'd be really good. I didn't see that. I saw. I'll tell you what is happening, or was happening yesterday. Something to do with Princess Diana. And there was a major abuse scandal of what happened to Princess Diana. And that they lied to her and conned her and showed her fraudulent documents and told her that her staff were betraying her when it wasn't true. It was an absolute lie. So they was, I would suggest, responsible for her murder. And you know what I'm talking about there. Daddy Dragon Fox, so okay, just check. Well done, thank you. It was okay. It was on Sky News. True, I don't watch Sky News, Lucy. True that, Kevin. 85% rid of the Royals now. Think they have had their day. There's a word for this. I am agnostic, and so is the Constitution in reference to being a republic or being a monarchy, right? either way, it don't really affect us that much, to be fair. But I think it's a different argument. I think we need to take the country back first and then sort the rest of it out, which we will do. And I ain't got an issue with that. You wish to email Daddy Dragon. Thank you for putting out that. Tracy Truism. There's some other things that I can send out to people. Bobby Moore. Did William speak about the BBC as cover? Not sure. So don't forget, you're in the Daddy Dragon pub. So you can have a fag if you like, because it's my booze, you can do as you like. You can smoke. English Patriot 70. Good, thanks, Gracie. It's a big Dave. Let's have a look at this. What's Big Dave done? I was going to talk about something else as well. Some shares that people are buying. I won't talk about it unless someone in the audience there puts out the link to the shares. Evidently, they're doing something to push the share price up on that, or actually they're trying to cripple the hedge funds again, which is good. Does anyone even watch the BBC? I certainly don't know. I'll get my missus to get my T-shirt, DD, and always love your merch. Simon Shears, thank you for that, my friend. Having one, DD. Will smoking be allowed when you stop, DD? Of course it will. I'm not a dictator. Listen, you smoke. If you smoke, you smoke. That's the end of it. I don't care about any of that. Can I have a pint of Harvey's? Do you mean a Harvey's as in the liqueur? I used to love that with ice. I used to have Harvey's and brandy with ice. And it had no effect on me whatsoever, believe it or not, apart from put on about a stone in a month. Because don't forget it's cream. No, don't watch any of that. Dad called me DDD. No, don't watch any of it. Dad called me DD. All right, okay, no problem. All right, Tracy. Honey, lemon and ginger, please, HDDD. Don't do deadly night in shade. Harvey's Bristol Cream. Fresh orange, please. Time for Bishop's Fingers. No TV, no radio, no papers. Evening. Haven't got any faith in the Queen and what she has done to England. No. I'm reading out some of your comments is what I'm doing. I think people out there are getting the idea about the BBC. Let me tell you something. Everyone should know they're a propaganda machine. The quicker that they are removed, and I'm telling you now, the ownership of these media companies is a disgrace. Even the new one, they've never come back to me to ask me anything about England or you know this new one with GB News or whatever it is. What the freak is the matter with these people? Caustic Chameleon. Okay, all I have to go inside my appointment, y'all. Have a fabulous weekend. Caustic, darling, you have a lovely weekend. And let me tell you something. I actually want to try, if I can, show you a house, right? Caustic, if you're still there, can I show that house? It don't actually show, well, it won't show you. I'll make sure I don't show you, right? But I just want to tell them the price of it. I'll show you a gaff in America, right? And this is like, I'll get sent loads of these by Caustic. She knows what I like now, right? So she sends it to me just to make me fucking jealous, right? And they're not expensive, right? So let me see if I can find it for you. As long as the other one's on the screen. Now, just all I want to do is show you the difference with money as well. Right, because I worked it out last night what the price of it was, and I'm going to tell you in a couple of minutes. Right, let me see if I can show you this. There it is. Right, let's see if I can bring it up on your screen. Oh, and then I'm going to see what you say about it. Right, let's see if I can pull it over here. What's the matter with that? Come on. Why is that doing that? Where's my potty? Oh, it's not doing it. Right, hopefully this doesn't come up with anything to do. This doesn't give anyone any information. It shouldn't do, I don't think. Right, I'm going to show you this gaff. Right, let me just make sure before I do. Hang on a minute. Yeah, you can show it. All right, well done. Thank you, Caustic. Miss Gorgeous. Had her hair all done yesterday. Sent me pictures. Let me just show you where it is again. Hang on, I do apologise. Right, I'm going to show you this house. Hopefully the price ain't up on there at the moment, right? So let's bring this up, right? I can't show you the street view, but I'm going to show you everything on there. There's 1 to 39 photos, yeah? Let's go for that. Hopefully you're all seeing this. I'm going to put myself on the corner there. Now, this could be a bit of me, people, right? Just have a look at this gaff, right? And then I'm going to shock you. I believe I'll shock you with a price, right? There's the house. That's where it is. It's in 9 acres. Yeah. Look at that. I can just see myself cooking fish and chips in that kitchen, right? This is a typical American home, by the way, right? And I've seen loads of these. Their houses are just gorgeous, right? Mind you, their women are gorgeous and all. Well, the ones I know are. Right, there you go. Look at that. And you've got a little dressing room on the side there. There's the bathroom. Again, massive bathroom, shower, bath, everything in there. Really bright and lovely. Again, there's all the different bedrooms. There's another ensuite there. Again, just look at these. That's another big room at the top of the house. Again, there's a utility room. Major living areas. Again, look at it set in the gardens. That's the outhouse. It's fucking massive. The outhouse is bigger than one of our bungalows, right? That's the garage in the outhouse, basically. And there I think you can see is a boat and a tractor and a few other little things. There's the veranda where you'd be sitting there, and I'll be sitting there with my shotgun, and anyone walking towards me, I'd go, "Get off my land!" Right, there it is. Let me just go back to that one because I overshot that one. There's the front of it again. Again, a little pathway leading out. There was another house, by the way, that she showed me that was beautiful as well. There it is. So you can see there's some tiny little outhouses out the back there. That is a massive, you can see it, how big it is. That's just the outhouse. There's the house that you live in. Talking about some storage space. There it again is another image. Don't forget it's in 9 acres. Look at that. Just look at the gaff, right? And you can see it, all the trees, and there's lakes and there's everything around that. And that's 39 or 39, right? So what I'm going to do now is go back to my main image. Touch wood. Put myself back on the thing, right? I am now going to attempt to go and have a look at that. Tell me what you think. No, there's not a swimming pool. I'll be honest with you. I'm a bit funny about swimming pools in America, especially around there. Swimming pools, I believe, attract snakes because it's water. But you do get swimming pools, but I think you're probably indoor swimming pools. £70 a week. No swimming pool though. June. Fucking hell, some women are so difficult to please, right? I'll bet you're hard work, you are. Let me tell you something. I'm only joking with you, June. But we'd call an estate in England, right? Yeah, right. How much do you reckon that is? Play price, please, is right. Let me tell you how much that is. In English money. In English money. How much do you think that is? No. And actually, that property prices have gone up a lot in America. All right, 290,000, and that includes 9 acres, and that is a freehold. I've got 2 acres living in Luton. Did you? Lorraine Danville, 225,000. Nope, but £290,000 English money. Michael Cook, 150,000 on nearest offer. Yeah, I'd imagine the geezer who owns it's probably looking at you, trying to headbutt you. Yeah, look. So what I'm saying is, if you try to have a gaff like that in this country, let's say, I know it's depending on where you are and the areas and slightly, but let's say you had 9 acres in Cobham in Kent, which is quite a nice area. That you're talking about millions. You're not talking about 290 grand. I just thought that was that. Sod that. I'd rather live with hillbillies. What's that? She could sell her lumber and be a millionaire. She probably could at the moment, the price of it. Have you seen the price of how much lumber's gone up in America? Something like 400%. It's $100 for a sheet of ply. $100 for a sheet of ply. Don't forget they build wooden houses. June Gale, wow, I'm looking at a 2-bedroom bungalow in Broadstairs. It's $350. Yeah. June, you married, darling? Right, hold up. Right, so Old English White, Adam Henderson, are you in Hertfordshire? Let's have a look here. Ray Edmonds, 140 on moving. Dave Mabbitt, where the 290,000? That's his still. If I have win a lotto, I know where I'm going. That's what I mean, people. And if you have a country that gives you freedom, let's just say that you was successful in business over here, and it's not difficult if the government leave you the fuck alone, right? If you're successful over here, let's say you got $5 million wrapped around you, and you wanted to go to America and spend your retirement there, yeah, and you could pay for all your own medical costs, etc., right? That should be encouraged, so you could go there, spend 290 grand, buy a gaff like that, and live happily ever after. That's about 350k to us. Let's have a look. Caustic Chameleon. Okay, really have to go now. Bye all. By the way, it's $412,000 here in Georgia. Yes, it is in Georgia. We love Georgia. We love Texas as well. It's the South. Beefy Zig. DD is rutting again. What do you mean rutting? Fuck it. We're off. Right, that's it. I like that. Right, let's have a look here. Stu, let's see anything else. Tracy Truman, Bye Caustic, and a firing range on that property. Yeah, you could have a firing range on there. And again, I'm still watching all my funny stuff. And don't forget, people, to like and share the video. The more you like it, the more you share it, the better it is. Don't forget, I will be on John B. Wells Show evidently next week. It will be very early. Let me think about this. Our Friday morning, but their Thursday evening. Just to let you know. About 4 or 5 in the morning. So I'll be having a chat to John B. Wells in America. And we'll be going through a few things. And I'll be talking about England. I'll be talking about President Trump and our love of the United States of America. Naomi M. I love Mara Copy. Audit. England forever. We need to group buy some land and form new villages of England. Tracy Truism. I wish we could do that. You mean like and again, I did have actually mentioned that to Robin. I said, because we was talking about libertarianism and he was talking about anarchism, and I said, listen, I said, are you telling me that if I went and bought a farm, 20 acres, put a big wall around it, a big fence, yeah, whatever you want, but that land is my land, I'm completely self-sufficient. So I grow my own food. I create my own fuel in whatever way I need. My sewage is dealt with. My fresh water is dealt with. I don't need the outside world in any way whatsoever. Right? I said to Robin, are you saying to me that you think it's right that the state can come onto my land and say you need to do this and this and you're not allowed to do that? And he went, yeah, we've all got to have rules and laws and all that. And I basically said to him, fuck that. That's not what I want. And it's not about anarchy. It's about fuck off and leave me alone. Right? And that's why I like boats. Right? Apart from the fact that I love the sea, at least... I mean, you need to respect the sea, trust me. It's a deadly place. But at least you've got the freedom. I mean, most people don't know you can have a firearm on a boat, right? And I'm not suggesting that you know, it's to defend yourself against, because if you're out on a big ocean, there's no one out there's going to come and help you, you know? If something happens and someone tries to board there or whatever, you obviously need to defend yourself. So that is what you should be doing. Bobby Moore. Let's have a look here. Let's see what else. Buy a Mayflower 2 plus emigrate. Sandra Pritchard. You ain't too far wrong there. I'll tell you, I would love to be doing things like that. You're right, DD. Jungo out. The Englishman, it should be $1 million at day. He'll laugh out loud. Yeah, DD. That's what I want. I love boats. I mean, honestly. And it's not expensive if you live on them. And you know, and let's say your moorings are not near the Grand Ocean. And what I mean by the Grand Ocean is a direct route straight into the ocean, right? So if you're up an estuary slightly, the mooring costs, because you've got to get out onto the estuary and then onto the oceans, is generally cheaper. And most marinas have got pubs on them and all that. And there was a lovely couple, Tony and Kaz, who I haven't heard from, by the way. Tony and Kaz need to come back to me. I was getting quite worried because I haven't heard from them for a while. And I never mention them, but I think about them all the time. And I certainly think about their absolutely gorgeous lifestyle living on a boat. I could live on a boat tomorrow, trust me. Confined space, don't bother me. I've got to tell you something. I believe it's a very romantic lifestyle, right? And if you've got a woman that wants to share that lifestyle, you've got everything. You know, you don't need a man Friday. You need a woman Friday. You sort out the boat, she sorts out the cooking, and the jiggery pokery comes later. That's it, really. I think it's just a really, 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 really beautiful way to live. And literally. I've still got the videos here. I've got to sort the fucking sound out. I might go back down there as it happens and do some more videos and stop the sound completely so it's not on there. Or do something with it. I don't know what I can do with the videos, but I will do something with it. Captain Cod's Eye. Do you want me to show you them videos of the Norfolk Broads, basically, and the area? English. That bedroom is bigger than my living room. No, I know. But can you live on a dinghy? Blunt Crusader, thank you very much. Yeah, basically I'm piss poor, so it would have to be a dinghy. I'd rather sort out the boat and find someone who likes cooking. I like cooking. Edmund, we ought to twin town with America now, and we have got out of the EU. Edmund Scrooge, I can't pronounce that last fucking name, but Edmund, I agree with you. That would be a fantastic idea. And it's funny because in America, go and have a look on the map, most of the places are named after English villages in English cities. There's some, obviously, that are named after Scottish places and Irish places, but not many. A June Gower, 48 grand. What is 48 grand? Yeah, show us the vids, DD. I will show them. I'll tell you what, over the weekend, I will finish them and put them up so everyone can see it. I don't think, I hope this channel won't be taken down because I'm not going to be like I say, there's other things I'm going to be doing, and you'll be seeing me on Rumble. You're going to be seeing definitely the webinar. I've been looking at that again today and doing different things and trying to sort out how we're going to do it all. But I don't care if I'm 100% scalp me just the same. Let me have a look. Bob the Builder sounds cock on to me. Right, I like that. Stu Wall, there is an hull. Yeah, there is. There's an ull. It's called ull. There's an ull in America. The English, Danny Dragon, just imagine you sitting on the front steps with a shotgun. That's exactly what I would be doing. Get off my land. Right, what pets would you have, DD? I'd have 2 Dobermans, and then I'd have chickens and other bits and pieces. If I was living in that house. If I was on a boat, I don't know. I don't think I would have any, unless I had a chicken, I suppose. I had 60-foot Fisher narrowboats. You've got to be really careful. 60-foot Fisher narrowboat, Old English White. Now, it's funny you should talk about narrowboats, because there is a gentleman, and I do want to, and I will do a show about him and then show some things, right? Because he has done something really fantastic. And I ain't got the email of him yet, but I will do. And he has donated a holiday to me, because he runs a business, a narrowboat business, in Wales, basically. And I'm really grateful for that, because I need a break, and I can think of nothing better than going around the canals and all them beautiful places in England and Wales or wherever it is, doing a bit of fishing, pulling up at the pub, and rocking and rolling. So I'll be talking to that about people as well. Chris Martin, I don't want to get done for copyright. If I put Daddy Dragon logo, English Democrats, and Workers of England logo on my car, you won't get done for copyright. No one's going to stop you from doing that. Why would anyone do you for copyright? You won't get done for copyright for that. Here. You can get English Democrat stickers from Robin if you want for your car. And I've got some in my car at the moment, and I've got them all over the back of my car as well. We get full caravan at midnight, Saturday night, Sunday morning, which is 3 hours long. John B. Wells, there's a half-hour slot with news in a week, followed by a guest. Can you tell DD how we get to hear guest? There's a website that you can go on, and I'll send you out the link to it, which will be next week, and you'll be able to hear it. I think Ray Edmonds might even have the link to my old show on there, or the show that I did recently, but a lot of people contacted him once I did that, and that's when I was still on Twitter, and they absolutely love it, because I absolutely, I'll just speak as I find, and I think they're really great people. I've got a lot of respect for John B. Wells. Danny Dragon, 4 days from Birmingham to Welshpool by the cut. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. It ain't that far. Dave G, DD, I like your number plate on your bike. Well, good. Oh yeah, my number plate at the so it's got an English flag on it, but at the bottom it says the Constitution is the solution on my motorbike number plate, which is quite funny. When Dave said it, he thought it was funny when he said it. So that is good stuff. I've got a week's ban on Twitter. Oh dear, I'm not on there at all. I don't think I should waste my time on that place. Daddy Dragon, do you think the government will rebate our payment of VAT backdated till 2016? The answer is, if we demand it, yeah. If it was in English Parliament tomorrow, that's exactly what I'd be doing. Trust me, I would be doing that. I think it's an absolute disgrace that they are still using an illegal tax. PayPal is owned by the Chinese. That doesn't surprise me. I didn't know it was, but it doesn't surprise me if it is. Militia 1688. DD, what happened to the interview with Freedom Alliance? The answer is, the guy from Freedom Alliance has tried to ring me twice today. And twice, once I was in the shower, and the other time I never heard it ringing because I didn't have my hearing aids in. I have phoned him back and left a message, and then I'll contact him, and if he wants to have a proper talk to me, he can, and we'll see where he goes from there. Interview, and it was great, DD. John B. Wells often refers to you and the Constitution. Oh, does he? Yeah, he is a really, really, really fantastic bloke. And his wife, South African, and if you want to know the truth about South Africa, then talk to, is it not Bindi? I can't remember what her name is. Someone's going to tell me what her name is. I do remember her name. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm banned from Twitter. Good. My missus as a commie dog, bloody sharp nice blue girl. Oh, right, one of them. They did it. ID beat both their asses. The Blunt Crusader. Let's have a look at that. Can't get to the Welsh Pool by canal. There's a dry gap of several miles. And I'm sure there's some other. That's it, Brendy. That's it. I knew it was something like that. Brendy. True print makeup, magnetic ones. I'll tell you what. I might get some magnetic signs made up because they're fantastic. Kevin Robert Fraser on band from Twitter too. It took me 4 years to travel just over 2,000 miles, moving every 2 weeks and moving at 4 miles an hour, single-handed. What an adventure that was. Yeah. Anybody else heard about China being a republic state now and not a communist? I've never heard that. Dave Mabbitt, I'm hidden with open views. Couple of acres and did have fantastic pubs along the rivers full of patriots. Lovely. Just hope the patriots haven't fallen for the jabs. Oh, no, mate, you're right. It's horrific what they're doing to the white South African farmers. Yeah, I know it is. And again, if you ever want to know the truth, then speak to Brendy. And she'll tell you exactly what's going on out there. Get the beers in. Anyone want a pint while I'm here? I'm not even sure if I've got anything here. I'll tell you what I might do. I might... Let's blow the dust off. Right, there it is there. And I've still got a little drop of my booze there, which is... the Diplomatico. It's rum, right? So I might actually. I'll tell you what. I've got to go and get a glass. I can't have a pint of the other stuff because I ain't got a glass here. I'll be telling these barmaids off later. They're all at it in some way. They never leave the glasses where they should leave them. Right, here you go, people. Right, this smells beautiful. I'll tell you what, I can smell this from here. Oh, proper rum. Cheers! A pint of washing up. Pint of black sheep. Let me tell you something. I've got black sheep here, funny enough. No, I ain't. I've got it in the kitchen. The magnet sticks to the forehead in the magnet challenge. I'll have a pint of Stella, 2 double vodkas to warm me up, cocker. Oh, is that what you want? Let me tell you something. I remember years and years and years and years ago having vodka and lager with a shot of vodka. And the reason I started doing that, I was only about 16, 17, is because I didn't realise at the time I was actually working with an alcoholic. And that's what he used to drink. So I used to keep up with him, right? Except he used to fall over quite regularly, and I never. But just to let you know, I didn't stay on it much longer after that, I've got to tell you. The CCP murdered some 35 million. Yep. Steve Todd's recipe. Well done, Tracy, for putting that out there. Let's have a quick look and see what else is going on. Stellar Woman. The Englishman, Groove. We are headed for full-on lockdown, mandatory vax passport that works because the India CV is worse than we are being told. It's being deliberately allowed to spread. Look up for Forest Finder BitChute. The answer is ivermectin is the stuff that sorts all of that out. And by the way, I've already said to anyone, and I might. All you got to do is just send me an email, and then I will communicate. Oh! I have just knocked a drink all over myself, and it's now going through my jeans and into my pants. I can feel it. It's like walking into the sea, and everything goes because it was cold. Right? You're lucky that that weren't the alcohol, because if it was the alcohol, I would be literally stripping my shirt off, which is now covered in wet. Right? So I've just knocked a drink over. Live on air, right? I know you're all giggling to yourselves, right? And I am actually sitting here soaking wet now because it's all in my lap, right? It's all over my shirt. And if you want to have a big laugh and you think I'm kidding you, have a look at that, right? Right. Anyway, right. Let me just do this, right? Right, so we do have these accidents live on air. Right, that's disgusting. I think someone was telling me, maybe I started to have a conversation I shouldn't have had, and God was telling me, stop what you're saying. So I will. Whatever it was I was talking about. Don't forget to email me. Right, that's it. Are you all, let me have a look and see if you're all, I bet you're all laughing at me, aren't you? Look, Englishman thinks it's highly alert. Look, hello, D. Hello, double D. You want a double D? Right, let's have a look. There's a bit of a delay up there. What's that, Chris? All you got to do is say, stick up your, let's have a look here. Which thing? Harvey. I'll tell you one thing I do like. Tell me what you all drink as a cocktail. Let's have a cocktail, right? Have a laugh, have a cocktail. Oh, do I like Southern Comfort? Southern Comfort's too sweet for me. But there you go. Right, let's have a look. Groove Dodger. That's what happened if you put back and you finished. I know. Paul Davis, boat. Bring out. They seem to be hitting the lockdown on the solstice. It could have been worse, Daddy Dragon. It could have been your laptop, computer, and they closed the pub. Yeah, no, it could have done, but it's not my laptop, which is a result. My laptop's on the floor, though. Glad you reminded me of that. That's why I actually keep it out of the way. So, tell me what cocktails you like, because I like ivermectin, Danny Dragon, is the answer, but not everyone can get it. Forest Finder is an ex-government scientist. Will Thompson, he seems to know what he's talking about and would be a great guest. All right. Okay. You can always send him to send it out to me. Bobby Moore, Rum and Black. Rum and Black's a nice drink. Chris Dunn, Gin French, please, DD. Gin French, please, DD. Let's have a look here. I can tell you now what my favourite cocktail is, and one of the worst hangovers I have ever had in my life was Long Island iced tea. I was rat-arsed. I can't even remember what's in them now, but a lot of alcohol, put it that way. And I must have had about 10 or 15 of them. And we was in a hotel waiting to go on holiday the next day. So we stayed in the hotel next to the airport. So we just come out of the hotel, went into, got on the aircraft and gone, let me tell you something, I've never felt so ill in all my life. Well, actually, there was one other occasion. DC, rum and pep. So you're getting all the funny old drinks coming out. Rum and peppermint is a nice drink. Rum? What's he saying there? Okay, back to my hood again. Rum in out IT. I got bladdered on 3 when in New York. Rum in alley IT. I don't know what that is. Sex on the beach. Yeah, don't you start all that on this show. Dead Man's Fingers, Jen's favourite. What freak's in that? I had a cocktail named after me, but fucked if I can remember it, because I was that stoned. If I remember it, because I was that stoned a year passed by. Really? I'm with Paulette, Pina Colada. Now, my ex-wife used to like Pina Coladas. DD, give up, mate. Those hairs. What hairs? Hairs need healing. What hairs need healing? I think that would be against tort law. I'd love to see Boris sharing a cell with Charlie Bronson. So would I. That would be hilarious. That would be absolutely hilarious. Right, let's have a look here and see if anything with Malibu. Death charge, half pint lager, and dash of coke in there, and a shot glass full of Disaramo drop in a pint glass. Right. So any other questions? You got any other questions for me apart from what you want to drink? Let me know. I am here to answer your questions. Anything that you want to know. And how many people are going to come out with us in Bately and Spen? We love Bately and Spen, right? We're going to give it to them large. There you go, right? And we want as many people out there to help us. One way or the other, we do not want any British, normalised British party getting in, because they're the ones who are going to destroy it, and they're the ones who are going to take the liberties, not just from us, but from our children. And we got to take them back. Really? Super Jules, my son was a cocktail barman. He manages his own pub now. Oh, that's good. You'll have to tell me where it is in an email, and I'll pop down there. DD Lung Hairs Broncos Hairs. Thank you, Simon Shields. I am giving up is the answer. And I am continuing with the health buzz. The only reason I'm having a shot of this rather than my green slime is because I had the green slime today. When are you going to do another video with your dad? Funny enough, I spoke to my dad today, and I will go and do a video with him. And I'll put the video up of him talking about whatever he wants to talk about, because I know people like that. And he's a good old boy. He rang me up today. He said, "How you doing, boy?" I said, "I'm all right, Dad. No problem. All right." He said, "You had your jab?" I said, "I told you, Dad, I ain't having a jab." "Oh, yeah, you're not going to have a jab, are you?" "I've had a jab." I said, "I know you've had a jab, Dad. It don't really matter to you, though, does it? Because you're not really replicating or doing any of them things." And he went, "Oh, I don't know, I'll have a good go." Right. Is Robin still at the High Court? I believe he is, Dave. I know it's still... it takes weeks to find out. Got the British flag ready for Hyde Park. I've ordered some British flags, and hopefully we get some more. And we're going to do a flag exchange when we're up there. And we need as many English flags up there as possible. Keep out the British Churchill establishments. Let's have a look. What else have we got on there? Caravan to Midnight. There it is on there. Wiseman. Indian strain is BS. This is British government propaganda. Watch UK column figures. I have no doubt whatsoever it is British propaganda. And again, we're seeing that all the time. You should bring Elfies like they do here. Doing great. Thank you, Dave G. Hope you are well. I got a Berkeley, then discovered that I was having to buy fluoride filters separately, not cheap. Quentin, West Yorkshire, nice one. Let's have a look and see what's going on here. Straight vodka shots, really. Beep me up, really. What they would do. I'll tell you what I used to like, and I still like, and I had some the other week when I was at Sambuca. You got to have that down your neck. I will say this, people, though. Well, they used to say, I'm getting a bit older now, but they used to say to me, do you ever get drunk? And I would just sit there. I could literally drink a bottle of malt whiskey or a bottle of rum, a bottle of Bacardi, a bottle of whatever, and do it on my own, right? And people would go to me, and I would just be talking normally, and I'd be just normal going, and they'd think, is there something wrong with him? Where does it go? Thanks both. I might buy one and try it out. Let's have a look. Guinness and Quattro. I've never tried that. Any plans on coming to Hull again? I am definitely coming up to Hull again. I don't know when it's going to be, but it's going to be shortly. Probably within 6 weeks I'll be up there, and we are going to start floating about. But don't forget, I'm definitely going up to Batley and Spen. We've got to try and raise the money for leaflets and get the leaflets sorted out, etc. And I'm hoping, I don't care who it is that's standing, but we need to get some stuff out and get that done. One man's poison is another man's drug. Elizabeth Samways, now you're getting it all a hoax. Yeah. Keck Rangel. Let's have a look. I see Trump. I love I see Trump's recount going well. They're using blue lights to confirm watermarks on the ballots and have found wipe software on voting machines. Dems panicking. Yeah, I bet they are. Let me have a look at this, see if there's any other questions. Right, many other questions coming up there. What's the time now? Did I go live? Right. I'm not going to stay live for long. I'll tell you for why, because I'm going to get something to eat. And I'm going to ring Paul up and find out what the coup is. I love Sambuca. Yeah, it's nice, Sambuca. Was in Hull last Saturday for a gathering. Was ya? Oh, you'll have to let me know then if you go. Don't forget, I don't know if there's dues being organised. And if there is, let me know. The Englishman, I've sent you an email of 2 pictures about India, COVID in England and English COVID in India. Yeah, no, I think I've seen that. D.D. Berkeley, arguably the best water filters going. Ray Edmonds, I think you should look at this video. Why? What is that video? Stop. Prince William and Harry blast the BBC of deceitful interview. Australia, May 21st, 2021. Really? I didn't know that. I'm not sure I can play that, and the reason I can't play it, everyone else should go on that link, and I will look at it after the show, and it's only because I'll get a copyright strike if I hit that, so I won't be doing that. But just to let anyone know, if you want the link to the Indian guy or anything like that, and you know what I'm talking about, I'll send it to you. My pals on Ontario, Canada, just under $500,000. Who is that? Cool, that's nice. With his own patch of cool, blimey. When we're going out there on holiday, right? That's it. Right, so I'm going to now I'm going to say love you and leave you because I'm hungry. I'm going to sort some food out. I have to go and get out of these wet clothes because I'm like that. And I'm going to make some phone calls. And then I will possibly be back on tomorrow night. But I'm definitely going to sort something out for that. Right, that's it. Au revoir, Tilly Blue. Love you all to bits. See you soon. Good night. Au revoir. Don't forget our host here, and he owns After Boozer with me because he's a great guy, President Trump. You're in the Trump and Dragon, and I'm going to say good night, God bless, and I will be seeing you all again over the weekend. I'm going to watch some of them videos that people are now showing me. Let me go back to that one again and see if there's anything on there. No, there ain't. I don't know what to do with that one. Let's see what everyone says. I have now gone back to my video. I'll have a look at that. So good night, Trump more arms. See you all soon. Don't forget, people, we want to be out on force if we can in Brickley and Spen. We need as much help as possible, online as well as on the ground. And if you can't get there from this area, don't worry about it. We're going to be calling on as many people in the north to help us as they possibly can. So, love you all to bits. Don't forget what I believe in. The Constitution is the solution. This pub will always be open and welcoming to all patriots on a Friday evening. Next Friday, we will be doing a call-in again because I'm trying to work out what the F is wrong with it. Once I've sorted that out again and you don't get no echo, we'll go from it there. So, be lucky. See you soon. Au revoir, tiddly poo. Love you all to bits. And good health. Here's to England. That's lovely days.